So I bought this motorized TV lift from a company called Vivo, and this is their smaller size unit. This is going to be used on a 43-inch TV. I think it goes up to 50-inch. They're different sizes for the size of the overall unit that you can buy for your size of TV. This is what you get. You get all kinds of mounting hardware like you would for a flat screen TV mount on the wall. Same kind of stuff. You get the tools you need, a couple wrenches. You get a remote control. Looks like a Fire TV remote, but it's just a remote for the device itself. If I go ahead and push number 1, it starts to raise up. I've got number 1 preset to just go all the way to the top, just to kind of demonstrate how high it can go. So the mount itself looks a lot like a rack you would see on a wall mount for flat screen TV. You've got these 2 pieces here. These are just going to connect to the holes on the back of your television set. Then you're going to latch it onto the back of this piece here. Then you can move it left and right as needed to get everything centered up. And when you're done, you can take this bolt here and tighten it down and then kind of lock this in place. Assembly for this unit was real easy. I just had to bolt in here, this main bracket, these 2 side pieces, and then this little panel across the top. And what this panel will do, it's very interesting. You're gonna put screws through here into whatever your cover is. So in my case, I'm building a box, and that cover is gonna go up with the whole unit above the television set. So when we get the box completed and this put into the box, I'll show you how that all works. The whole unit's like welded. It's made out of some significant steel. There is no plastic on this unit. I don't see anything made out of plastic. It's all metal. Let's get this thing assembled in my box and take a look. Basically picking through my scrap pile, but this is the stuff here. I think I'm gonna work with some 1/2-inch plywood and some old trim pieces. I'm gonna need to buy some more trim to make it look good. So I got my box built. This is where my TV stand is gonna be mounted inside. And this, I'll put this on last, this wall here, but it'll mount right in there, and that hole will be for the power plugs to go to a plug that's on the floor in that spot. And then this whole roof is gonna be elevated up when the stand goes up. And so now next thing, I'm just gonna get this painted and get the TV mount installed, waiting on that TV to arrive, and we'll be ready to go. And here's what the stand looks like, completely extended with a 43-inch TV on it. And it's at the very top. Here I'll go to the bottom now, have it slide down. It's super stable. Even at the very top, you can push on it, and this heavy base keeps the television solid. And it moves down with really good authority. There's nothing loose or jiggly about this. Got the lift in the box, just sitting there, but I'm doing my measurements to maximize the height that it comes out of the box. So that's requiring me to do some adjustments on the top lid, which needs to cover and line up with the top of my box, and the TV so it doesn't hit the lid, but it's as high up as I can get it. Because the higher up, the easier it will be to view. This is going to be placed at the foot of a bed. And I think the foot of the bed's about this high, so I want it to come up a little bit. I think at this point, next step is to paint, get everything painted the way it's going to be final. And then I'm going to attach my roof panel, which is this piece here. It's 3/4-inch plywood. It's kind of heavy. So I built another little platform here. This has got screws going inside it. They're going to be bolted down tight to the lift. That's going to be in there really strong. Then I'm going to put multiple screws in here between this and my top cover. I'm also going to put wood glue. I just want this to be really, really rigidly attached to the frame. I know the thing is strong enough, but this little bit of leverage here kind of bothers me. The fact that I'll have about 6 inches of the top hanging off here and probably 12 inches over here. So that little bit of leverage has me a little bit concerned. So I wanted to add this piece here to bridge that a little bit better than this simple 2-inch bonding point. All right, we got most of the painting done. Just set the TV in and I'm gonna bolt it up. Basically, put these screws in tight onto the frame on both sides. Here's something I did to alleviate a potential problem, is that I remoted the power switch. So I've got this power switch here, which goes to this extension with 2 plugs. One power goes down to the mount, and the other power here goes to the television. Comes around here, just dangles down and goes up to the TV. And the reason I did this was in the event that I've got to reset the power to the mount in order to reset it, because it gets jammed. Like if somebody puts too much weight on the top and it can't open, it'll go to an error state and you have to reset it by unplugging it and holding the remote for 3 seconds. And then it resets. And then that way I can get to this power without having to get down inside the box to access that. That could be very difficult, reaching down in here. So just put that up there, because typically when I've seen it fail, when I was doing my testing, it was about halfway up and then it would error out. So this would be easy to get to and push the button. Here we are at the bedroom, and you can see the furniture at the foot of the bed. I've got it painted in black, and using the remote, I push the number 1 button and it starts to go up to the max height position. You can set 2 presets for number 1 and number 2. And my number 1 goes all the way to the top. And it just slowly goes up, very quiet, doesn't make any sound. And it fully extends up beyond the furniture piece, so you can watch this 43-inch TV from your bed. It looks great. It's really a good angle, good size TV for that king-size bed. Coming around the back here, you can see the mount there as it sits in my box. And then if I press the button one more time, we start to shrink down and close out the box. And everything's very precise with this unit. It's really well made, and I think you'll be happy if you went with this brand. Hey, I hope this video was helpful. I hope this information was useful to you, and as always, I hope you have a great day.